Well, hello, this is Bev on Beverly C. Woodard, my YouTube channel, Fabulously Functioning. Whatsoever things are lovely, things are just, whatsoever things are true, whatsoever things are honest, whatsoever things are of good report. We want to think on those things because those are the kinds of things that encourage us and keep us moving forward. So today I want to share with you a fish that I make for my husband and that I made for him last evening. I posted a picture of it on my Facebook page. And it was the fish that went along with the vegetables and the potatoes that I did yesterday online. I did the video, the roasted red skin and sweet potatoes and the roasted medley vegetables. That was delicious, and alongside that he had pecan crusted swai fish. And so I want to make that for you today. I want to demonstrate that for you today. And I'm probably going to give these two pieces to my daughter and her husband, who are celebrating 4 years of marriage today. And so when you see me post my grandbabies, those are their children. They have 4. They've been married 4 years. They have 4 under the age of 4. So they've got a set of twins, and then they have Jackson and Lavender. Hezekiah and Nevaeh are the twins. So I'm going to make this fish, and I'm probably going to end up giving it to them because I am going to go over there today. They are not feeling well. They're under the weather. So I'm going to go and grab the 2 older ones to kind of give them just a little reprieve to help themselves feel better. And it is their anniversary. So if they only got 2 out of the 4, I mean, how cool is that? And it's the 2 that don't move. They put them down, and when you come back, they're still there. Okay? So I'm going to get going here. I'm sorry, I'm nibbling on some mango here that I put in my husband's smoothie this morning. And I'm nibbling on cucumber that I put in his salad. And I'm always drinking tea. And there are times where I will mix 2 teas together. So today I mixed the matcha green tea by Lipton and the honey chai turmeric vitality by Yogi tea. And they both are very delicious. So, okay. But moving right along. Okay, so I have 2 pieces of beautiful swai fish. I love swai fish because swai fish, if you don't want a real fishy taste, then this is the fish you want. It's a light white fish. Doesn't have a real heavy fishy smell or fishy taste. And that's why I love it. Not that I hate fishy smell, but some people don't like the smell of fish, but they want to eat it. This would be the fish, swai, spelled S-W-A-I, swai fish. Okay, so what I'm doing is I've been soaking it in cold water so it can become unfrozen. And then I'm going to pat all of the excess water out of it because I don't want waterlogged fish. When I put the ingredients on there, I want it just to be the ingredients and not all this water. Okay, so now that I've got all the water out of the fish, I want to lay these 2 pieces on this parchment on my cookie sheet that I will be baking. I'm going to get rid of this. Okay, so here you have these 2 beautiful pieces of fish right here. And on that, I got my bowl. I'm going to take 2 tablespoons of butter. 2 tablespoons of butter. About a tablespoon of honey. About 1/4 of a teaspoon of cinnamon. 1/4 of a teaspoon of allspice. a little bit of black pepper, and a pinch of Himalayan salt. Like so, like that. All right, and then I'm going to stir it up and create this beautiful paste, or butter mixture, which is heavenly. Okay, so I got my mixture here. You see that? And what I'm going to do is I'm going to take that butter mixture and I'm going to spread it over my fish. It smells wonderful, provides a little sweetness to this fish dish. I'm just going to slather that allspice, cinnamon, butter all over this fish. We have it. Make sure the fish is fully covered, because that's what I'm going to put the pecans on. I want it to stick, so I'm adding lots of butter. I already have my oven set at 400 degrees Fahrenheit. I'll make sure I get all this butter. So that's about a tablespoon of this delicious smelling butter on each piece of fish. Okay, now that I'm done with that, I'm going to add to that my chopped pecans. Now I have whole pecans, and I like to chop my pecans myself because there's a certain type of texture I'm looking for. So I have my handy dandy 5-prong, whatever you call this from Pampered Chef, but it works for me for when I'm doing my ground meat or when I want to chop up something in a bowl. When I don't want that food processor chop that sometimes chops too much, and then you have crumbs where you just want, I don't want crumbs, I want chopped pieces. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to gently chop. I just want a coarse chop. So I want little pieces and big pieces of pecan. The texture just makes it even more delicious. Some pecan encrusted fish, when you go to these restaurants, you don't even know it's pecans. It's so it's chopped up so fine. Well, with mine, I want you to know it's pecans. I want you to be able to bite into a couple of them. So I don't chop it up as fine as they do. Mine is a little chunky, and I think it's perfect right about now. Okay, so there they are, chopped up just so. All right, and so now I'm going to take these pecans. I'm going to spread them over this fish, just like that. And they're clinging to the fish because of my allspice cinnamon butter with honey. I think I need to take a few off of there and put over here. So I'm trying to make sure they stay up on that fish and cling to that fish. So that just makes it all the more better. Okay? I got a few more crumbs here. All right, so okay, so there are the pecans. And no, the pecans are not toasted, because when I bake them in the oven, they're going to get toasted. So, to that, on top of that, I'm going to add a little bit of Old Bay seasoning. Sprinkle it right on top of these pecans. Like so, like that. I don't know, Old Bay just makes any seafood or fish just perfect. And to that, I'm going to add a little bit of dried parsley for color and for a little bit of flavor. Oh, it looks so yummy. Okay. All right, so take a look at the swai fish. It's got the pecans on it, and the butter, and the parsley, and the obey. And now I'm going to place it in the oven at 400 degrees. And I think it's going to take about 10 or 15 minutes to cook. Place it in there. Set my timer. For 15 minutes. And when it's done, I'll be right back. Okay, I'm back. And the timer just went off, about 15 minutes. It smells heavenly. Oh, and it looks beautiful. Look at that. Pecan crusted. Oh, you hear that butter sizzling? That's that butter sizzling on that pan. So here we go. Y'all should smell this fish. Okay, so I've got one nice size piece here. And I'm going to take 2 spatulas because I don't want it to fall apart. You know, fish has to cool just a little bit. Especially when you have this much stuff on it, has to cool so that it gets a little firm. But I'm going to plate it up just like I did. And y'all excuse me for a minute, because I have to just taste these pecans. We don't want to waste no pecans. I just got to taste them. Only reason I'm tasting the pecans because I don't want to cut my children's fish. I had my fish last night, and Dr. Witter had his. We thoroughly enjoyed it. He even saved a little bit of his, so he's looking forward to that when he comes home from work. But the pecans and the seasoning and the butter, that tells you what that fish is going to taste like. And right now, I tell you, if it's not a pecan pie, it's pecan crusted fish. But this, So I got rid of all the extra nuts. Put that over there. I want you all to see the delicious pecan crusted Swai fish. If it tastes anything like those pecans, it's thebomb.com. It's a sweet, savory taste. Not real hard and heavy, but a sweet, savory taste, and just absolutely delectable. I just got to figure out what I'm going to add with their dish. I may do them like a baked sweet potato, and then make a rainbow salad for them because, like I said, they're not feeling well, so they need some enzymes. And so they need some raw vegetables in them. So I'll probably make them a big, beautiful rainbow salad and have this fish with it, and add a baked sweet potato with it. And that should make them feel better and let them know that Mama loves them. And I'll just take this over there when I go pick up the kids. Now, I got to figure out what I'm going to cook for my grandbabies for dinner. They love my chicken tenders, the ones I deep fry. So I may fry them some chicken tenders when they come over here this evening. And I also, my grandson Jackson's been asking about rolls. He loves my homemade rolls. So I may have to whip up some roll dough, and because he likes to roll it out and he likes to make the rolls. I'll whip up some roll dough so that he and I can make some rolls while they're here with me today. Oh, and they're going back home, praise the Lord, because remember, Woodard has to go to the doctor tomorrow. He has a battery test. That's my husband, Dr. Reverend Pastor Woodard. And just want to check some things out and make sure he's okay. But he's been doing good, for those of you who know him and who have been praying for him. So I'm thankful to God for that. So, Numbers 6, 24, 25, 26. The Lord is blessing you and keeping you. The Lord is making his face to shine upon you, and he's being gracious unto you. The Lord has his face turned towards you, and he's giving you peace. Bye-bye.